I've had some questions regarding Mosaic Prader-willi syndrome and what that means and what that does, and how that may be affecting my life. So, as you know, I have a clinical diagnosis of Prader-willi syndrome. We haven't been able to square down the genetic mechanism of that disease yet. It could be that I don't have any genetic mechanism of disease, at least the genetic mechanisms that are making me have all these symptoms aren't related to Prader-willi syndrome. This final test that I'm going through, this MS-MLPA test, this is like a very sensitive methylation test. And what it's going to do is it basically looks at, is they're surveying the cells in the body to see if some cells don't methylate and some cells do. Essentially what this means is that I would have Prader-willi syndrome, but not all of my cells would be affected. Half Prader-willi syndrome and half some other concern, or even half normal cells. So that would be a mosaic disorder. Genetic mosaic disorder is when not all the cells of the body are affected by the syndrome. If you think of hybridization being, the blend of two different organisms, this would be already been diagnosed genetically with an ALPL mutation, and that means that I don't have enough alkaline phosphatase in my system, in my blood, and that helps with the mineralization of my bones, calcium, processing calcium, B6, and vitamin D in my system is different than others. Again, I'll get more into that diagnosis as I am seen and treated for it and seeing how extensive that is. Geneticist really, I think, believes that I have Mosaic Prader-willi syndrome. So hopefully we'll get an answer to that soon. I turned in that test and I'm waiting to hear back. And it shouldn't take as long as the whole exome test that I had. So hopefully we'll hear from that very soon. So again, Mosaic disorder is a disorder where not all the cells of the individual are affected. I wanted to insert this video of Caitlin Cook, a Knoxville, Tennessee teenager, and she describes her experience of having mosaic Down syndrome, and I thought her explanation and just kind of what she's done with her life, she's a wonderful advocate for her community, for those with Down syndrome, and I thought it would be a really good video just to check out here briefly. So enjoy.
The Knoxville teenager isn't letting her disability keep her down. Instead, the talented AP student, author, musician, and advocate is working to normalize living with Down syndrome. We first met Caitlin Cook last year and checked back in on how that super teen is advocating for people living with disabilities while also finishing high school.
Busy with AP classes, a part-time job, getting her driver's license, working with diversity groups.
A lot of people though, I'll tell them that I have Down syndrome and they're like, you can't have Down syndrome, you don't look like it. But that's because I have Mosaic Down syndrome.
Mosaic Down syndrome is diagnosed when only some of a person's cells have an extra chromosome, not all of them.
A lot of times I feel certain ways that a lot of people don't, I guess, or don't get, and then I'm not coordinated. Really, I can't balance to save my life. I can't ride a bike or jump rope.
There are some physical setbacks too, meaning lots of doctor's appointments.
The jaw problems didn't start until I was older, but I've had ear infection since I was born. I had sleep apnea diagnosed when I was 9.
Caitlin will have surgery to correct some of these issues next month, but doesn't see her diagnosis as a setback.
Honestly, I feel like you can live with a disability and still do whatever you want as long as you do it in a way that works for you, even if you have to change some things. It's challenging, but it's all right to acknowledge that you have a disability and are still living.
As you can see, Caitlin Cook has done really well with her disorder. She has health problems, as I have health problems, but she's done well to pursue her dreams and advocate for her community, which is what I'm trying to do here as well. If you have any questions, definitely drop me a comment. I apologize if I haven't responded. I know I'm getting texts about in comments about HPP from other folks out there, and I need to get back and respond. I've just got a lot of irons in the fire, so to speak. So again, I just wanted to make this little video about Mosaicism and what that is. I hope everyone's having a great week so far, and I will see you again soon.